My name is Diane Dixon, and the topical issue I've chosen to focus on is the Scottish Land Fund, a productive use of public funds. So what does a pub in North Lanarkshire and a pier on the Isle of Mull have in common? Very simply, both of them have received monies from the Scottish Land Fund, nearly 100k to develop an old pier on the Isle of Mull, and nearly £185,000 to purchase a pub and turn it into a community hub in North Lanarkshire. Scottish Land Fund really is a fund which is there for communities to buy land and land assets. The budget in the second phase, 2016 to 2020, is around £10 million per year. And it was brought in to tackle perceived inequality in land ownership and also to increase vastly the amount of community ownership in Scotland. The political landscape and land ownership in Scotland have really focused viewpoints on land and land use in Scotland. So in 1997 there was a referendum to question the Scottish public on the creation of a Scottish Parliament. They voted yes, and so the Scottish Parliament took back powers from Westminster, and that included most of those that were concerned with land use. In addition to that, there's been a real rise in the popularity of the Scottish National Party in Scotland. And in 2011 and 2016, they formed the government in Scotland. In addition, the Green MSP, Andy Whiteman, took a massive research project and was able to show that around 50% of private land in Scotland is in the hands of only 432 people, and this makes it one of the highest concentrations of land ownership in Europe. The advantages of using public funds in this way are that it came about through a democratic, fair and transparent process. Obviously the community then owns the land and or the land asset that they have purchased. There was an expansion in the fund in 2014 which included, as well as rural areas, urban areas to take advantage of the fund. And that means that anyone in Scotland, any community in Scotland, can bid for monies through the Scottish Land Fund. The types of projects that have been funded are very varied, from the previously mentioned pub and pier through to community woodlands, affordable housing projects, renewable energy projects, and also previously owned private estates, and also including an island. In a challenging retail environment where pubs and shops are closing at pace, then this obviously keeps facilities open within a community. The benefits of having these community projects have shown by research to have decreased migration outwards from these communities and also improved management of land. Critics will argue that the Scottish Land Fund was set up with a political and nationalist agenda in mind. The view being that the community are better landowners than private owners, but that really has to be up for question. The largest landowner in Scotland, after all, is a staunch environmentalist. Community ownership relies very heavily on volunteers, and there is questions about how sustainable that can be in the long term. Using public money to buy pubs and shops which are going out of business on a daily basis is perhaps not the best use of public money. Are these businesses going to be any better businesses in the long term than they would have been if they had been in private ownership? One of the flagship projects for the Scottish Land Fund was actually the purchase of the Isle of Ulva off the west coast of the Isle of Mull, which cost £4 million. And actually there are only 6 residents on that island. Given those kind of projects that are being funded, there has to be questions about whether there are other better ways to spend public funds like the NHS, social care and education. In conclusion, it's the case that the Scottish Land Fund can be seen as a positive development in the short term. However, it's difficult to measure success given the very large disparity in projects funded and the qualitative nature of some of these benefits. The oldest projects have actually only been running since 2012, and there requires to be a longer term approach in measuring success of these projects. Thank you.